Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and the sun is bright. Yes, and it's warm. It's melting the frost. Yes, yesterday was a good day. Rainy, miserable, yicky day. Yes. And then the staff said the northern lights were excellent last night. But I was too busy working on my book. I have to get a book out because I'm a published author. Yes, a published author. Somebody who spent quite a few years in grade 3 now is a published author. Yes, thanks to the computer making me look smart. All right, this morning we woke up to +2, but feels like 0. And then on the yo-yo scale, +35, but feels like +30. We have nothing of that vintage here in the kingdom, not even me. All right, so we're moving the Screaming Ford today. We got to get that trailer out of the way. Yes, got to get it in the lineup before the snows come. And this week is going to be a nice week. I think they call that the second summer because it's going to be warm and sunny, they're forecasting. Yeah, right, it's probably going to snow 4 feet. Yes, and we'll have full staff today. Yes, taking yesterday off to do the honey-do list. Yes, honey-do this, honey-do that. But it's a good thing I'm not married because I did the projects at my leisure, my time, and got it done. So I fixed a lot of little things, plus took a relaxing afternoon off to day drink. Yes, now we have to pay for it by getting everything caught up today. Oh, but yesterday I planned to do lots, but it was raining, snowing, icky day. All right, so I think that's about all. We'll do a quick rotation. Yes. It's going to warm up by noon, so all these vehicles will start because they're diesels. So boom, boom, and we can move it. We're going to move the ramp out, put it back into the tree line there. Yes, the tree line. And we're over here. We did an excellent job of landscaping. Yes, we just ride the equipment, and it turns out good in the end. Now, if we'd focused on operating it and telling everybody how good we are at operating the machines, it would look like a motocross track. But here we just ride the machines, hope for the best, because all we have is rocks and more rocks here in the kingdom. Yes, oh, I wish we could sell these rocks on eBay. All right, so we made the full rotation. There we are. We're right back where we started. Almost, yes. I think there's a rock and roll song about that. All right, there we go. The flags are frozen to the tank. Yes, they're frozen. Oh, well, the sun will come out and melt them off, and then we can let them fly free. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss on a Monday.
Monday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to the kingdom. As you can see, the sun is shining and there's not a cloud in the sky, so maybe it'll be a nice warm day. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 2 degrees Celsius, which is 35 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get the quad out, and go over to the kingdom. 10 a.m. and I just made it to the kingdom. Looks like we're going to move some stuff around and then get the Screaming Ford and trailer number 1 parked where it's supposed to be. Not sure if I can show you where it's supposed to go on my little video, but right in behind here, it's going to go in the lineup with the rest of the van trailer. So let's head down to the shop and start moving stuff around. Down at the shop now, my dad's going to get the loader started, but we have the diesel heater on the 45 because I think water got down the distributor from in between the hood. As you can see, my dad's doing a little demonstration, but now we'll put the heater on it and get the loader going. Well, we were trying to get Mr. Heater working so we could blow it on the 45, but this light right here started flashing. It flashed 4 times, so if we go all the way down the line, it tells you what happened. There's not many hours on this little machine, so we're not sure what's wrong, but we'll let it sit for a bit. Maybe it'll find itself, and we'll start moving things around. My dad was able to get the 45 started, but as you can hear in my last couple videos, it does not sound very well. He just went to go park it out of the way. We still have to move all this stuff and Thor as well. That way we can get the Screaming Ford and trailer number 1 in behind Thor. 10:30, and now we'll get the loader out and hook it up to the ramp boat and move it in behind the house for the winter. That way it's out of the way. Got the ramp boat moved in behind the house. We had to keep it away from our little trail in case my dad brings the drag around. We don't want to hook the front of the boat and take it with us. Now we'll head back over to the shop and move the grader into the new shop. That way we have enough room for the Screaming Ford. Back over at the shop now, my dad's going to hook up to the grader so we can move it into the new shop. It is just going in here, just out of the way so we can get stuff moved around. So I'm going to climb up and steer it. Almost 11 a.m. We just got the grader into the new shop. I was able to steer it no problem. I'm the first person to steer this grader in who knows how long, but now we'll head over and move the 38 with the welder in the back and then take the snow truck off the deck and clear a path so we can get the Screaming Ford moving. We need enough room for the Screaming Ford to come out nice and wide and then back around in beside the snow truck and where my dad is standing, and then we kind of have to wiggle our way over to Thor. Got the loader hooked onto the snow truck. Now we can start undoing all the straps and pull it off. 11 a.m. we are hooked up to the snow truck now. My dad had to put some ramps down because of the back end. We have all the lights on, don't want to smash those out. Now my dad will slowly take it off. I might have to adjust the ramps, but I'll get a video if I can. I think he forgot to put it into gear. As you can see, the back tires weren't moving, so I think he still had it in park. Took the park brake off. It should move now. There we go. The wheels are turning, sort of. Just had to move the ramps. Now let's try this again. The reason why we put the ramps down is because my dad just installed all these fancy lights, and knowing our luck, if we didn't put the ramps down, the back end of the truck would have came down and smashed it all out. Now my dad's just parking the snow truck, and then we'll continue to move stuff around. I think we're moving the deck next with the green toy. Got the green toy into place. Now my dad will boom over and we'll lift up the deck. He is going to drive ahead and just put it over onto the other side. That way it's out of the way. Got the deck moved. Now my dad went to go park the green toy, and then he'll come back and jump in Thor and move him out of the way. Then we have to move the wagon that has the 2 cams on it, then the wagon that has all the ski parts on it, so we have enough room. Then after lunch we'll be able to move the Screaming Ford into place. Hopefully we don't have any problems going across the yard. Now we'll move Thor out of the way. My dad's just going to park it down with the 38 and the 45. Not sure where my finger is, but he's going to be parking it down there for now. Everything is just temporary until we get the van trailer moved. Then we can officially park the rest of the stuff. You don't notice how big Thor is until you get up and close. I am about 6'1", and I feel really small compared to that big truck. We are getting everything set up for this afternoon so we can get the Screaming Ford going and move van trailer number 1. $11:30 and we just got the ski table moved. I'm pretty sure we're all set up now for after lunch when we get the Screaming Ford going and move van trailer number 1. The yard's looking pretty empty once we moved everything around. Got the Screaming Ford going, and look who I see in the passenger seat. Is that Brad? Looks like he's enjoying himself in the Screaming Ford. Now my dad has to air up the tires so we can get everything ready for after lunch. Almost 12 p.m. and I'm going for an early lunch while my dad airs up the trailer and the screaming Ford, plus he's still airing up the tire. I'll return at 1 p.m. or so, and then we'll start moving everything around. 12 p.m. and I just made it home from the kingdom for lunch. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and find something to eat for lunch. I think I might just have a sandwich. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head back to the kingdom. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 8 degrees Celsius, which is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to let the dogs back in and head to the kingdom. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it back to the kingdom. Now I'll head down to the shop. Sounds like he has the screaming Ford going, so hopefully he's all ready to start moving that trailer around. Made it all about 10 feet and now the van trailer won't move, so my dad's gonna get the loader and drive it all the way around, and then we're gonna set up the tripod. I'll be in the loader on the back and my dad will be in the front in the screaming Ford, and hopefully we can just push it across the yard. Switching over to the tripod now, I'll go get on the loader and give her a push. Hopefully once my dad starts going I won't have to push him all the way across the yard, but I guess we'll find out. Almost 1:30 and we're able to get the screaming Ford up the hill. It's just on the other side of the cabooses. Now I'll go over and do a little video and take some pictures. This is the first time I've driven the loader in I don't know how many years, and I'm glad I didn't crash or bump into anything. All my dad has left to do is go down the little hill and in beside van trailer number 2. Hopefully he has no problems. If he does, I'll just get on the loader and push from the back again. 1:30 and we are almost into place, but it is wobbling over to the left a little too much, as you can see here. So when we pull ahead, it's going to be pretty close to van trailer number 2. So my dad's going to go get the D69U, known as the hood, started. He's going to come in on this side and pull it over. Got the D69U, known as the hood, hooked up to the back of trailer number 1. We are using the winch because it is up high. We don't want it low. We kind of want to lift it up a little bit to move it over. We don't want to drag it on the bottom. So my dad's going to release the park brake on the Screaming Ford, then he'll get on the hood and kind of winch it over a bit, and I'll stand here and tell him when it's straight. Hopefully we're able to push it over enough that when my dad drives forward now, it'll be nice and straight. Kind of give you guys a look on the other side. Looks pretty straight. Now we'll unhook the chain and drive forward and see what happens. Looks like he wasn't able to get himself going, so now he'll grab the loader and bring it over, and I'll give it a little love tap on the back, just enough to get him rolling into place. We only have about 10 feet left to move this thing. 2 p.m. we just got the van trailer into place. Now the fun part, we have to get the legs down, unhook the Screaming Ford from it, then my dad has to drive all the way around and hook up to the back. We have to put some air in it so we can get some blocks underneath, because we don't want to wreck the rims here on the bottom. That's the last thing we need in case we have to move them again. Thankfully, we were able to get unhooked from trailer number 1 without many issues. It was hard to pull the pin out, but once we backed up a little bit, it was no problem. As far as my dad was able to get out, now he'll drive around the back, and we have to air up the back a little bit so we can put some blocks under. Got the Screaming Ford in behind van trailer number 1, and we're using the air over hydraulic just to lift up this front axle so we can put some boards underneath, because if these brakes seize up, how are we supposed to move this trailer one day? Got one board underneath so far. Now we're on this side airing it up so we can get the other board under. We're not going to worry about leveling out the van trailer yet because this ground is pretty soft, so it's going to settle, and once it does we can level it out. Got both of the boards up. Now we can clean our mess up and use the rake to kind of smooth out the little mess we made. 2:30 and we're just moving everything around. I won't record much of it since I'd recorded everything this morning of us moving it all out of the way, but we just have the trucks left to move and I'm pretty sure we're done for today. While my dad puts everything away, me and Brad are gonna have a little talk. If you guys are wanting any of the Brad goodies, email Sir Rodney. The address will be at the end, but look at all this cool stuff. Brad is wearing a very nice t-shirt. Come on, Brad, you have to turn around for us and show us the back. Look at that. If you want any of this merchandise / other goodies, email Sir Rodney. It's a very nice t-shirt. Look at that. Forgot to mention in my last video, Brad does not have a seat in the Screaming Fort. As you can see, there's only a driver's seat. That is what we had for the winter road. That way my dad could carry more tools. I did used to sit on that back in the day, but we would just put a little seat on top and it was nothing different. 3 p.m. and I'm officially down in the kingdom. My dad's just going to do a quick backblade with the hood. That's for trailer number 6, and all those other trailers were parked that we moved out of the way. We just never got around to backblading. I'll head on into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice day out there. The sandflies did get bad towards the end. Now it's time to head inside. As you can hear in the background, Hercules is already crying to come back in, so let's let him inside, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, yesterday in the snow and the rain, I was supposed to put this clutch back together, but I decided not to. I decided to enjoy the day, do the honey-do list, and get things done. So I got the pressure plate in, and the disc, and I don't know, you can see that, the pilot bearing, it's in there, and we got it all on. I had to get that disc in and that pressure plate on using the shaft. Now I can assemble the shaft into the housing that goes on here. So at my age, I'm working smarter. So I use these dowel pin guides. They're homemade. They got a little groove in the end for the screwdriver. You put them on, and then you can, how would you say, Hercules the pieces up, because that pressure plate was heavy for me. For me being an old guy, yes, I would have had to drink a couple of beers and then have the strength to lift it up. But we got it done. All right, let's pack up the tools and enjoy the rest of the evening. Okay, we're done for the day. We worked hard and we got it done. We didn't wreck anything. We didn't break anything. And look at that. Just like on Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ha, ha, ha. That was Count Dracula. Ooh, I better have another drink. All right. But we finally did it. So now when Barrack Jackson does my estate auction, it'll be easier to auction off the trailers. Yes, because they're all in a row. It's not like trying to hide and seek and find them in the yard. All right, let's take a look here. We got some flags over here I think we can see. All right, there they are. What a nice evening it is. And Dick has been flying north. He's been way over there. Hopefully the 15th comes along and he's done for the year. And then we can get back to our lives. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.